just a baby there.
What if it's the holiday or like the weekend?
I don't think firefighters take days off.
Really?
Yeah.
Not apologetic.
Nonsense.
They're just opened up a baby DropBox in Missouri, right?
Ooh.
I don't know how they work, right? And I am just fascinated by it. Like, is it like dropping off a DVD? You just open a chute and...
That's pretty much what it is. You just go to a little Dropbox. I think it sets an alarm off inside the building. So the baby's just not sitting there hotboxing. And
This just opens up so many questions. Like, the first one I had is, do they keep records, right? Like, it's supposed to be anonymous. You're supposed to be able to just drop the thing off or whatever and just roll on down the street. But okay, let's say you did give birth, okay? So there's a record in the hospital that you gave birth, okay? So 5 years down the road or whatever, when that child's not in school, why is DFS not knocking on your door? You know what I mean? Like, if you're dropping it off and they don't know who was the mama of that baby, you know what I mean?
Right.
Then your records, as far as the state, do not reflect that you gave your baby away. I don't understand. For one, why not adoption or abortion? And I know the abortion word, everybody, it's a thing that exists. Love it or hate it. Who loves it? But, you know.
fucking love abortions.
Hell, if you were going to go down the adoption avenue, someone would have, what was that movie, Juno? Someone would have, like, paid for all of your prenatal care and all of your, you know. And a lot of these rich people, they flat out pay you without paying you for your baby. It's like, well, you know, for your discomfort, there you go. Give me the baby.
You get one of them wealthy couples that can't have kids and want one. They'll take care of you.
That's another thing. Do records get changed at that point, or do the poor people not think to do it and the rich people just eat it?
I don't know.
I keep trying to dive into the mind of a woman who would do this. The only way I can see this like being acceptable is if it's like a Brenda's got a baby thing. Like, you have a family who does not give a shit about you. They didn't know you were pregnant. You had it on the bathroom floor. You're scared because you don't want daddy to beat you again tonight. So you run down to the 7-Eleven and drop her off while you grab yourself a ice cold Dr. Pepper, you know?
Something like that. Or, you know, you're a young homeless woman. You got no way to provide for the baby.
Homeless, yeah, that's a
or
good
if,
one.
You know, this baby is a product of rape.
Yeah, see, that gets into a real touchy scenario.
It is. I mean, yeah, it's the baby, but if it comes from that, you know, that baby's going to be a constant reminder of what happened to you.
Yeah,
I've never been through the situation, so I can't say how someone would feel in that, but I imagine it'd be hard.
Oh, you've never been raped?
Nope.
You're saying you've never been raped?
Never.
We're going to sit here and say rape for the 6th time on this show. You know, YouTube scans for certain words. Like, that are just, like, no words.
Is rape one of them?
I would say rape is at the top of the, like, 3. Did you you got a picture, right? I want to see what one of these baby capsules look like. Go ahead and pop that up for me.
Yeah, here it is. It looks like a baby in an oven.
I didn't even think that. That's so much worse. I thought it looked like, just like a postal box. You know what I mean? Like, it has a little flapper and you get your UPS box from it.
No, there's just a baby there.
What if it's the holiday? Or like the weekend.
I don't think firefighters take days off.
Really?
Yeah.
There's always someone there?
Yeah.
And they're notified.
Yeah.
Like, I see there's a little buzzer there. Hey.
You got a delivery.
Yeah, just dropping off. Don't worry about me at all. I don't know. I do have to say, though, to anybody who does this, I am judging you. Like, you know, I make no mistake about that. And, you know, you could say women's rights, men's rights. But, I mean, whether you have a vagina or a dick doesn't make you any more or less intellectual most of the time.
Right.
So, you go through the entire pregnancy. You obviously know you're pregnant for at least part of it, at bare minimum. I wonder if a lot of people use these for really bad stuff where they can just like go ahead and do drugs the entire pregnancy because, you know, if you gave birth in the hospital, you're going to have problems because it's my understanding they test all babies at that point.
And if like you're positive, especially for heavy drugs, when you give birth, they're taking that baby immediately.
Have you ever seen the documentary, The Wild and Wicked Whites of West Virginia?
Yeah, I've heard of it.
Something like that? Oh, man, it's a good one. It's this inbred family, right? I may have just made that part up, but it's this poor white trash family. And see, one of them, this overweight woman, they said she was pregnant. I couldn't have told. But she gives birth, and then while there's cameras on her, while she's in the hospital bed, her and her gal pal are making out lines. And then she snorts them, and of course they test her while they're checking her levels or whatever. This is after she gave birth, and they immediately yoink the baby, and then it's her crying for 4 hours. My baby back, baby back.
Government came and took my baby.
But of course they took your baby. You should have put it in a DropBox. Although from the size of this bitch, I doubt it would fit in that motherfucker. I don't know. Now, what was the thing you were telling me about? There was one in another state.
Yeah, down in Florida, someone dropped one off at the fire station. One of the firefighters actually ended up adopting the baby.
Oh, it's a happy ending.
Yeah.
That's
It was
good.
back in January when the baby was dropped off, and they finally finalized the adoption April, something like that.
I wonder if anybody ever goes to drop their baby off, and then there's already a baby in there, and they're like, well, that's a better looking baby than mine. And they trade them.
Swap them out.
Yeah, they're like, I didn't want this ugly son of a gun, but you know what? This one's got a twinkle in their eye. And then they take it, they trade them out.
Everyone's going to love this episode.
Oh, God. I wonder if there is a little slot, like you press the button and you got to wait, and it's, and then you have a receipt for one baby. Because I did read that at least the
It's
one
a tax write-off.
The one in Missouri gives you like 3 days to change your mind. Like, they just keep it on ice until, I don't know what you do with babies, but however you keep them alive. And then they just, like, let you have it back, no questions asked. I don't know. I don't think these should exist. But should they? This is a terrible thing. Every one of you are terrible people, and you have made my day worse. So... good night.
Non-apologetic
Nonsense.